welcome to Sunday's video. I am going to show you how I set up my charts for day trading, and while I'm in the day trade, what am I looking for in the day trade, and what am I anticipating in the day trade. Today we're going to be looking at Starbucks. I had a lot of questions on Starbucks, and I was looking at the chart and I saw this nice uptrend. So we'll take a little view on how we would day trade this. As we can see, this has been an established channel, bullish channel for a very long time, and it hit the bottom of that channel there on the previous trading day. So that was a good sign. Made a nice reversal candle. So next, we're going to go into how to set up our day trading platform. So you could do it here by clicking on this little grid box, and you could highlight 6 boxes, and that's going to open up 6 more tabs, right? I already have it opened up, so I'm going to leave that there. You could do that, or you could go to flexible grid. You could click on that, and that will take you to all your different windows here. You could add or remove with these little boxes here. You could add and remove there, and then you could also detach it. So if you go here and detach, which is what I did, detach, it'll open up a separate window, and that's where we are now. So here's my separate window where I have my day trade set up. Now, when you're day trading, you really want to focus on one stock if you really want to be successful in the day trade. Why? Because you need to look at a lot of factors. What's going on different time frames? Now here I have in the top left-hand corner, I have the date of SPUX. So I want to know what daily candle is forming. I want to see what is that looking like? What is that daily candle looking like? I have the 4-hour because I want to know what is that 4-hour candle looking like? You know, what is that 4-hour looking like? What is it molding into? What type of pattern is possibly being created? Then I have my 5 minutes in my top right-hand corner, and I have VIX on the bottom left corner because I want to know how bullish or bearish the market is in general. So if VIX is rising, if volatility is rising, then that tells me that, you know, there's some uncertainty in the markets. There's uncertainty in the market, so I should be careful about long calls and might hedge if VIX is increasing rapidly or is on a steady uptrend. So I have my 15-minute VIX on my left side. Then I have my hourly chart set up right here in a big chart. These are the two, the 15-minute also on the right-hand corner. These are the two that I focus mostly on. The hourly, the 15, and sometimes the 5, but mostly the 15. Especially in this market, it's been a little choppy. I tend to go more to the 15-minute as it's a lot smoother than the 5-minute. So I have my daily set up in my top left-hand corner because I need to see what is going on with my daily, what candles forming, what essentially pattern am I looking at? Are we near any daily supports or anything that looks like it could be support? Like here, this was good support right there. All of these hit. So that one hit that daily support. So this is a good entry for some long calls on this day trade if it holds that. We have that nice channel, so that channel should hold. If this support, that support looks pretty good, should hold. And we have our 4 hour just to see what kind of pattern is going to come about our 4 hour chart. See, we had a downtrend there. On the hourly chart, that downtrend looks a lot better. So we have a downtrend, and actually, quite possibly, we have a little pattern here. It looks like it broke down, but then came back up. So we should see what's going on. That pattern looks a lot better. On the 15-minute, hits here, hits here, hits here, hits here, hits here, hits here, hits here. Okay, maybe move that down slightly. And then here, 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 here. And above that, we would be bullish, and below this, we would take it into puts. So above here, we would take it into calls. Below here, we would take it into puts. I could see my indicators, all time frames. So, okay, what's going on my 4 hour? What's going on my 1 hour? What's going on in my 5 minute, my 15-minute, my overall daily? What's going on? And then from there, I could start looking at the trade. So going into the trade here, I'm looking at, all right, I got a bullish channel on my daily chart. I have a downtrend on my 4 hour chart. And I have a possible descending triangle pattern on my 1 hour chart, 15-minute chart. So I'm looking for a pop either up or down. So my bias right now is going to be up. Why? Because my daily chart is in this long-term bullish uptrend channel, and we hit that support here that supported 1, 2, 3, 4 now candles. So that's good support, and we're on the lower end of the channel. So we should push towards the upper trend, the mid to upper trend of the channel now. So I'm going to be watching to see, okay, can we get above that? Can we get above that? I always wait for 2 candles to close on the 5 minute. Sometimes even the 15-minute, I'll wait for 2 candles. Depending on how much volatility I'm seeing. Okay, so it looks like I'm holding that line. I'm holding that line for now. So I'll be looking at what calls do I want? What calls do I want to get in? If I'm anticipating this is a descending triangle and it's going to pop off, I'm thinking, okay, it should be going at least 71. So if I'm day trading this one, I'd be probably getting the 70.5s calls. So I'll be having those ready. So I have my entry position ready. Once I get confirmation. I think these candles are a little slow. The price, we're at 70.50 already. The candle's saying we're at 70.37, so got some connection problems. Let's see if I could see. There we go. There we go. So now I know that that's good support. So I want this candle to stay above that support. And then I'll enter. And that will be my stop loss. And I believe we're going to 71. 71 area. Probably get some resistance at 70.80 and 71.10 and at 71.35. And then we'll be testing that high if we can get past those. We see VIX here selling off with the squeeze firing down. So that's good for the overall market in general. So my line here is at 70.40, and the price right now is at 70.35. So it's below my line. So now I'm below this line. So if I was in position, so I was waiting for this one to close above, and it had some major rejection right here at this 70.58, major rejection. So don't enter. So I had to wait for those two to close, and it acted like it wanted to go, but then reversed, and now it's losing this support here. But I also have this support. So if it stays above this support, we still could consider calls. If it loses this, it starts breaking down, then if it breaks our low of the day, got to get some puts to that 69.80 on our hourly, as we might test that lower trend line and possibly that support again before shooting off tomorrow or the next day. But it could just be chop, and this could hold and turn around. And it looks like that's probably what it's going to do. So at this time, we have an indecision candle on our 15-minute and our 1 hour. VIX is coming back. So now there's a little uncertainty in the market, but it is below a major support of its 200-day. And now Starbucks is back in the 70.40s, so it's back here testing that resistance. See if it acts as support now. So it's hitting that 70.40, and it's acting as resistance. Can't get above it. It's trying. You could the candles aren't moving because of a connection issue, but you can see the price here. Okay, it finally got above the 70.42, but needs to hold that. It's at that 70.40. It's just struggling right there. There we go. So now we are in between our open and our close of our first candle. So in between here, this is just chop. There's no direction because we're in of our opening range. So you would not get any position here, as it's just chop right here. Until it's clearly above here and closes above, then we could get calls. And once it drops below here, we need it to break this low, and then we could get puts. So this right here is pretty much don't enter unless you want to be frustrated and you want to get stopped out and you want to chase. Because if you enter, say, calls and then we fall, and then you enter puts and then it turns around and comes back, you just need to be chasing one after the other, stopping out each time, getting no direction because it's chop. So now we see VIX falling, losing it, making another low, squeeze, firing down. Got our RSI below 50, pushing down. Okay, now this looks like it wants to set up for a push higher. And it looks like we're getting that 70.45. So it is getting that. So I would enter in a position to purchase about 2/3 of my position. So I'll be buying 3 calls, 70-50 calls. And once we close that candle, I will purchase more. So now we're at 70.50. So we're making a new high. Well, no, we didn't, not yet. So I'm sorry my candles aren't working today. There we go. So I'm looking for this candle to close above. $15-minute, we got the indecision, but we have a candle pushing over, which is a good sign. The 1 hour looks like a good breakout. So that's a good sign. So I'm going to be looking at what my hourly, what my 15-minute, what my daily, what my 4 hour, what candles are they putting in? What patterns am I seeing? What's going on? So I see, okay, I have a descending triangle pattern that's breaking out to the upside. Looking good. Buy volume is coming in. Momentum has slowed to the downside and it's starting to move to the upside. Our sellers are losing strength. Our buyers are coming in. On the 15-minute, our buyers are in control. Our buyers are in control. Our buyers' momentum is increasing. So that's a good sign for getting intraday calls. For our chart, we have broken the downtrend, but this candle does need to close above. All right, let's see if we could get these candles fixed. We're still at that 70-40. It's just hugging that line. Hugging that line. So because we are above that line, we have entered a position, small position, 1/3 of our regular position. And if we close below that 70-40, then we get out as our stop loss, because we don't want to get in the chop zone. So we're just hugging that line. We are forming a type of uptrend on our 15-minute. So if we can maintain that uptrend, that'd be nice, because that means we'd stay above 70-40. First hourly candle closed, and we have a confirmed breakout. It's a little weak though, but it is a breakout. But we want to watch if it tries to reverse. So we got back under, we closed underneath that 70-40. So then I'll be exiting my trade. So closing trade. So close that trade at a loss of $30. Small risk. But I don't want to get chopped to pieces, especially if this chops around all day and then decides to fall. Well, then not only am I losing on direction, but I'm losing on time decay. Time decay is going to eat my option up all day. And then if I drop, that's going to eat my option up even more. So might as well take the small loss now and wait for clear direction. For a swing trade though, this looks really nice. So this is a day trade that I'm doing. For swing trade, I am at the lower end of a bullish channel. I did break out of this descending triangle. I could put on a trade 2 to 3 weeks out, and then the time decay wouldn't really affect me too much today. And then I could just click my stop loss on this low here if I wanted to. If I was busy for the day and I couldn't have time to look at the chart all day, I could enter in for swing and then click on here to notify me if we touch that, because then I'll get out. So now we see that the stock reversed, broke that uptrend, closed below, and now is testing this support here. So that breakout, it was weak, and now it's creating a reversal candle, which is a bearish engulfing, completely eating this candle. But is it really? This could turn around and pop back up. That's why this is the chop zone. So we'll see if it does turn around and pop back up, or if it breaks this low and continues. Okay, so we broke that low. So we broke that low. Candles aren't showing it. Broke that low, but then it came right back up. So it came down here, and then it came, and it's back up here. So it's being very choppy. That's why we wait for the candles to close. And if they could show me the candles, that would be great. So we're at this low right now. It looks like it's trying to hold it. So remember, this chop zone right here, I'm going to highlight this area. We don't want to trade this. We don't want to trade this chop zone. There's no direction in this chop zone. As you can see, the hourly smooths it out for us. We're just going straight in a straight line. Completely straight. We had a breakout. It was weak. Then it reversed. And now we're reversing again. So this is completely chop. Don't want to trade that. So we got stopped out once. We're patient. We knew that this was a chop zone. And since this was a chop zone, we didn't want to trade it. It stayed inside. It closed below. Then it jumped right back inside. It's no bueno. And let's see if it stays in there or if we get some direction with it. So now we're back up here, 70.38, 70.41. So now we're back here at the top of the chop zone. So here's the bottom of the chop zone, and we're at the top of the chop zone now. So we're just completely in this chop zone. And it's already been an hour into the market. And we're just completely going in a straight line. So at this point, I would probably alert at 70.58 and at 70.05, and then I would go to another stock because this one is just going sideways. I'd be looking for down my watch list and see which other stock down my watch list is actually behaving, performing. And although this one had great potential, and it still does, you know, it's at the bottom of a bullish channel. It broke the downtrend. It came back. It broke out, weak breakout, came back, tested the downtrend, held it. Still looks good, but we don't want to get chopped to pieces. So we're going to wait until it breaks. We're going to wait until it breaks that high, right? If it breaks that high, or if it breaks this low, so if it breaks this high or if it breaks this low, we'll get directions. But up here, it looks like it's too weak. Down here, it looks like it's not weak enough to drop. So we stay in between. We got stopped out once. We don't want to get stopped out again, because if we get stopped out again, then we don't trade this one no more. We don't trade it at all for the day. Not meaning that we don't trade it ever again, but for the day. If a stock, it's fool me once, shame on you. Shame on you, stock. You fooled me once. You stopped me out, okay. But if it stops yet again, fool me twice, shame on yourself. Like, get out of it. Don't trade that stock anymore today for the day because it's just going to keep fooling you. Fooled you twice already. If you get stopped out twice, you need to walk away because obviously it's doing something to you that it's tricking you, and you don't want to keep getting stopped out and losing money over a stock that is temperamental or is consolidating sideways. Okay, so we're above that 70-40, but we're still going to wait. And we like that. It does have good candles, but the buying is declining. So I don't really like that. But this is going to be a reversal here. This green, big green candle on the 15-minute. If it could close above 70.45, that could be a reversal, and that'd be nice. But we've been getting reversal after reversal on the hourly, so we're still going to wait for this high that was put in the day. We want that to break, or this low that was put in for the day. We want that one to break. So we want to see which one's breaking, because anything in between, we don't want to we don't want to we don't want to pop up or pop down in this chop. So now we're at 70.49. So we're here. So that 15-minute could close. That'd be a nice reversal. Let me see if I could get these candles to work. Okay, so we're above that support. We didn't get the bullish engulfing on this reversal here. We missed it. We missed it. So I still stay on caution, and I'm going to wait until this breaks. If I got that bullish engulfing, possibly it would lean me more in the side to enter a small position now, but we didn't. So I'm more inclined to reserve myself and be patient and wait until one of these are broken. Because if not, then I'm going to get chopped out again, and then I'm going to have to walk away from the stock and not trade it anymore today. Sorry, I had to pick a stock that consolidated. But looking at the different time frames, we could see, okay, we still have a bullish candle forming on the daily as of now, which is good. Okay, it's only been an hour and a half into the market. That's fine. Okay, 4 hour is looking like it is breaking out, so that's good. We break this and we should be heading towards that 71 area. Okay. 1 hour, bullish candle, and then we got dropped to test that breakout again. And now we have another bullish candle. But we're still going sideways. So this is why it's important for you guys to do your homework and get your watch list down, and or review the watch list I'm putting out there and watch for the levels, because not all of them are going to hit. That's why you have several down your watch list and you're watching, okay, which ones are behaving and which ones aren't behaving. So see here, we came up and we dropped back down to the support again. So again, it's just being choppy. So we can extend this chop zone. I guess we could actually pick that chop zone up a little bit. So we're in this range. This is a bullish formation. So this is a nice looking bull flag. They could hold VWAP, which is this purple line. If you could hold that, has a possibility to break this here. On the 15-minute, we could see that nice push up sideways and possibly another push up. So we shall see. So I like to highlight the chop zone so I know range we're in and I have to touch it. We're in the shaded part, that stock's acting really shady, and I don't need to be in that zone because it's just going to bring frustration and losing money. So I see that VIX here dropped, and it's actually at a support level I have on there. So then I'll be looking for some volatility coming into the market. So actually when it hit that, we did sell off a little bit. So now we're going to see, okay, is this going to bounce some, form a pattern, and then break this? Or is it going to bounce and continue up? It has been just straight down. So it's just been straight down. So we'll be watching for that break of that downtrend. range bound pretty much. Okay, it looks like that candle's holding. VWAP's holding. But we're still going to wait for that break. Actually, the price is suggesting we're below VWAP. Okay, we're back above. Man, I wish these candles would work. So days like this, where it's just range bound here, if your bias is overall bullish and you're at a lower end of a channel and you have a couple weeks that you want to play some options, you want to swing, then you could do like I said earlier and enter in some long calls 2 to 3 weeks out or longer, and just put in alert and say, notify me if we hit 69.80. So then I could get out of my long calls. Because chances are this is going to break out, but your options are a lot more risky because they expire sooner. So if this drops, you're going to get hurt a lot more than you are if you're swinging some calls. We've been at 70.40 all day. Just loves that area. All right, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Wonder if it's my internet or on demand is just being difficult. So we're still in a straight line. So let's see towards the end of the day what this had. Okay, we see VIX completely fell, lost that, maintained this downtrend, and completely fell. So we should have increased. If this thinkorswim works. Well, this was a possible inverse head and shoulders here. So we had a dip, we had a big dip, and then we had another dip. It could have shot off from here, a couple more candles, and it could have shot off. Which I think it probably did. So once this loads up, this inverse head and shoulders possibly fired off and broke this. Nope. Sideways all day. Let's extend that chop zone. All day chop. So we would have never entered here. And if we would have had waited, look at this, sideways all day. So if we would have had waited for this or held our calls would have been a lot less what we paid for them because of this sideways chop. Sideways chop all day would have ate our premium. Okay. Let's see what happens at the end of the day. End of the day, maybe get a pop. Extend this chop zone. So end of the day, let's see. Yep, this is end of day. So we closed right at 70.39 from our first support line that we put in. That was our first support line that we put in. Our first one, which was the close of the first candle. So it just hugged that line all day. So this would have not been a good day trade candidate. We got stopped at that one time. We did our chop zone, and we knew that as long as it was in the chop zone, we were not going to enter. And it stayed inside that chop zone all day, so we did not enter. Like I said earlier, we would have put an alert here. We would have put an alert here. We would have put an alert here, and we would have said, okay, if it breaks that, then we'll go into calls. If it breaks this, then we'll go into puts. Here it broke this, but it didn't close above. We always want that close above. We don't want to just tap it, because that doesn't tell us that that resistance is done, right? Price could touch that resistance all at once. Getting over that resistance and closing above, that is the true break of resistance. So if we would have got alerted here, we would have came, we would have saw, okay, and then it got rejected, then we would have just put an alert there again and walk away. Go on to another stock. As this one stayed in the chop zone. Stayed in the chop zone all day. All day. But it's still a good swing potential, right? You could have still swung some long calls here. Even though you got chopped here, you still could have swung long calls. Why? Because we're at the bottom of a channel, of a bullish channel. And we have a bullish candle inside of a bearish candle, which is a bullish pattern called a bullish harami. So I would be inclined to get some swings here. And especially since we're at this lower end of the channel, I'd put an alert here for my stop loss and anticipate heading towards the mid channel and towards the upper channel. So this is the day trade setup. Got your day, 4 hour, 5 minute, VIX, 1 hour, 15 minute, and one stock should be good to take your time as you're looking at several different time frames. I don't know how many monitors you have, but in order to look at all these time frames, you got to have several monitors if you're going to be day trading several stocks. Okay, a lot of information is going on. You need to know it if you're going to really be day trading informatively. All right, well, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys learned something. Sorry that candles weren't working and that we were in a straight chop. But, you know, that could be a good thing. You know, next time the market's in the chop, maybe this video would help. All right. All right. Thanks, guys.